you and I went out and watched it last night, Andy. Couple of talking points. I wouldn't necessarily say really controversial decisions. Couple of talking points. Arsenal better team, deserved the win initially.
Yeah, Arsenal I think deserved all 3 points. It wasn't without its moments for Palace, was it? They battle away and they kept going, as we said yesterday. It wouldn't be straightforward for Arsenal to march through Selhurst Park and come away with their 3 or 4 goals in their back pocket and a comfortable night. It was always going to be a test, and it was. I thought the Tomiyasu sending off was bizarre. I mean, there is hardly any contact from what I can see.
I didn't think it was a foul.
Nor did I. And it looked like Jordan Ayew kind of turned away from him, and he was almost insinuating he's pulled me or he's grabbed me or something. I didn't see anything like that. Saliba had already mopped the ball up. I think Ayew had recognised that,
and he's been down,
and he's gone down, and I just didn't see that at all. And of course, because it's a second yellow, VAR can't get involved in that. But all things considered, a good 3 points. It's not an easy game going to Palace. They're not at full strength, Palace at the minute. Obviously, they're still finding out their best solutions with Wilf having gone. At least they're not fit. So they're still sort of shuffling the pack a little bit, but good win.
Definitely good 3 points, Andy. Is this one of these occasions where I get and I understand totally, you're right what you said regarding VAR not allowed to get involved for yellows, but
because it's a red on the end of it.
Yes,
I know. And
are we not doing the referee a disservice here by not helping him?
Well, he's the
one.
Do
you know what I mean? My argument is, the point I'm trying to make is, right, we bring VAR in to help referees and get the decisions right. So I know we're not doing it for that, but at the same time, it's a decision that alters the game completely.
It's a game changer.
And it's a little bit unfair on, if we're going to help the referee with penalties and red cards, effectively is a red card.
If you could probably go down that road, Al. If you go down that road,
we're going for everything.
We might as well have a robot out there in the middle.
I know.
Or we might as well not even bother having anyone.
But that's where I agree with you. Yesterday's opinion. I would go the other way. I would make it just for those kind of decisions.
This again, that what I said yesterday in terms of I'm looking at VAR now, and it's getting in such a mess with penalties, with handballs, with precedents that have been set from the days before or weeks before, that it becomes very tricky.
It's a funny one, Andy, because this will sound crazy, but I'm actually happier with the referee's mistake than I am with it going to VAR and still being a mistake, because I think it's a natural mistake that the referee has made. I think we're accepting that. Okay, we're not happy with it, it's not the right decision, but the referee's made an honest mistake. Whereas sometimes if they go to VAR and look at it 5-6 times and then continue to make a mistake, that's the problem I have.
Well, that's happening. We are seeing versions of that. Last night, I mean, look, we got lots of texts and lots of emails already coming in. This one's from Agent 410, who says, "Morning, gents. Come on now. The ref and the red was disgraceful. Refs don't know whether they're coming or going. It's more of a mess now than ever before." And
he might be right, but I think it's a genuine mistake. This is my point, that before VAR came in, I think David Coote's still making that decision because he believes he's making the right decision, as wrong as it is.
We can't stop refs from brandishing yellows. We can, and only they can feel in control of that situation, and that's right as well. I don't think we should take that away from them. But I understand the point you make about it being, it's a game-changing decision in the end because it is a second yellow, subsequent red, and obviously that makes life difficult. But I genuinely don't feel we can do anything more than we are in that respect. I just think the referee's judgment last night was poor.
I would
on that one. I didn't see it.
I heard Roy there, we both heard Roy there speaking about the block. I think it was a party on the block for the penalty. I think we're in agreement it was a penalty. Now, I personally don't think it was enough in the block to give a free kick, and I think it goes down too easy.
Which one are we talking about?
For the penalty.
For the Nketiah one?
Yes, Nketiah. Yep. I think it's a penalty.
Yep.
But I think Roy was saying initially before the penalty, Partey blocks the defender, doesn't he? And he's looking at something.
Yes, he does. He does. Which gives.
He still goes down easily, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He does, but there is a block there. You're right. Again, Ali, I think that in that instance, blocks are happening all the time in the box. It's very difficult actually for officials with regards to blocks. They've become such an integral part of any set play, of any corner, anything like that. Working a block, which is actually in a way you are fouling your opponent in order to give your mate a couple of yards. You're obstructing him. Yeah. You are. That has become, and the way they do it now, they do it quite cleverly. It's very clever. That one last night wasn't particularly clever. That one last night was a little bit blatant. But in the main, blocks have become a big part of any set play now, and working blocks. And if you do it well, I tell you, it's very difficult to stop. Okay, we're now going to listen to Sam Matterface, and he had a chat with Mikel Arteta immediately after the game.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A victory, a hard-fought victory for you and your team. Just talk to me through what you thought of the performance overall.
I absolutely loved the win and the way we did it with 11 players and the way we did it with 10. The way we played with 11, the chances that we generated dominance in the game against a team that is very difficult to do. And then when the game changed and we had a context for 30 minutes in this league to play with 10 players, again, we adapted, we competed extraordinarily well, and we deserved to win the game.
Well, talk to me about that second yellow card. In fact, talk to me about both yellow cards. Deserved, undeserved?
I prefer not to comment. So I'm giving you a very clear answer by not giving you the answer.
Okay, well, let's talk in general and maybe less specific terms. The start of the season has been littered with yellow cards for varying different offences. You said, I think, ahead of the community, after the Community Shield when you were booked, it's going to take me a little bit of time to adapt my behaviour. Do you feel that the teams, the managers, the players have been given that adaptation period?
Well, obviously, if you want an adaptation period, we should have started in pre-season, and we have a lot of English referees in the game, so probably an idea would be let's go for 5 or 6 weeks and try what we're doing. It doesn't matter, the rules are clear, what is time wasting and not. Very clear. It's not about the rules, it's about the consistency, and where do you put the level in this league? Because if you're going to get sent off for these things, I think we're going to have some beautiful late against 8 games.
Is that what you're concerned about?
Yes.
Got a point.
He's absolutely got a point, and of course, because he won the game last night, he hasn't got to be so vocal on
Correct.
it. He can basically
Correct.
say what he said there, and move on from that. I do think this kind of zero tolerance, and when there are new tweaks to the rules that are brought in, you've got new parameters to work to, and you operate like zero tolerance on that as a referee, you are going to give yourself. You're going to be in trouble. Do you know what? Look, we know that swearing at referees, right? If you swear at a ref, you're not allowed to abuse referees.
Yeah.
Right? You can't
That's fair.
And you should be getting a red card for that. But we also know if every time someone effed or jeffed at a referee and there was a red card shown, we'd have 7v6 every week. We'd have 6v5. So referees don't adopt such a tough stance on when people swear at them, because you have to. I think they accept it's kind of part of the game, right? Now we know in rugby that don't happen.
Correct.
Don't happen in rugby. If you swear at a ref, you're away.
Yeah.
But in our game, players get away with it, Ali, and I think the referees realise that I can't.
And do you think we're too far down the road for it to change?
And yeah, possibly we are. Look, if someone, as I said, referees have every right to send someone off if they come up to them and are effing and blinding in their face.
I think so.
But they don't. You can hear it on camera sometimes. What's get? You can hear it on the microphones around the pitch. You can hear what's being said to referees, and they don't do that. They don't administer that policy, because if they did, as I said, we'd have a farce every week. We'd have 6 or 7 players out there. So, point I'm making here is they don't. Even though some of these tweaks to the rules, you've got to still have a bit. I don't think I use the word feel. They don't have a lot of feel. Some of these referees for the game. Do you know what I mean? You can feel when a game's getting out of hand.
Yeah, of course you can.
And you've got to go, bang, here's a card. You shut your mouth. You this, you that. You can feel it as a ref. But no, when they just start doing it without any feel for the game, that's the bit I think then when they get criticised.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.